Hey guys, Vortex here, and today I'm going to be talking about the new champion, Bard. So a couple days ago, this website was released, talking about stories and bards in general, and it shows some of the stories in Runeterra, such as the Frozen Watcher, or other things such as Shurima and stuff like that. And it was pretty cool. This was hinting towards the new champion, Bard. And so now today, the page, or actually the full champion reveal, was released today. Bard the Wandering Caretaker is a roaming support, and I'm going to be showing you all the abilities, and when he comes on the PvE, I'll give you a preview on there. So let's look at his lore right now. So, the celestial vagabond, known only as Bard, dwells beyond the physical universe in realms unknown to man. Manifesting when others threaten the cosmic equilibrium, the ancient caretaker acts with speed and intent, only returning to his endless watch once he has steered Runeterra from catastrophe. Pretty cool lore, to be honest, and it looks badass right here. So let's look at his abilities. So his passive, Traveler's Call. Let's look at it on the video here. Let's go full screen. So yeah, that's pretty cool. He picks up the things that gives him speed, and let's look at the second part of the passive. So here we are. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And let's read the description for it. So the passive is travel. Well, I cannot pronounce today. Traveler's Call, and first part of it is Ancient Chimes. Bard's presence causes sacred chimes to appear on the fields of justice. Collecting a chime grants Bard a brief burst of movement speed, experience, and mana. Dang, experience and mana. I don't know. Seems pretty cool. And then second part is Meeps. Bard's presence attracts small spirits known as Meeps to his side. Whenever Bard attacks, a Meep throws itself at its target, dealing extra damage before disappearing back to the spirit world. As Bard collects more chimes, the Meeps that follow him grow in both in number and in power. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. And so now let's look at his Q. Cosmic Binding. Bard fires out a burst of spirit energy in a line, damaging and slowing the first enemy struck. After Cosmic Binding hits an enemy, the burst of enemy continues through, searching for secondary targets. If it hits a wall, it stuns the initial target. If it hits a second enemy, it stuns both targets. Oh, that's pretty cool. Let's see it. Sorry for the bad quality, but let's see it here. Ah, so that's cool. So it will only stun the person if it hits a wall or another person. So I guess that's kind of cool. Gonna be great in lane with the ADC. And then here's his W, or its W actually. Yeah, it's a he actually. Okay, so Caretaker Shrine. Bard conjures a health pack that gains power for a few seconds. Allied champions who walk over the pack gain health and a brief burst of movement speed, while enemies can stand on the pack for a moment to destroy it. So, here it is. So yeah, that's pretty cool, giving your allies health and a brief burst of movement speed. So let's look at his E, Magical Journey. Bard conjures a portal on a target wall. The portal tunnels through to the far end of the wall, granting one-way passage to all champions, friend and foe, who enter it. That is pretty cool. Gonna be interesting to see what uses it's gonna be used in. So since both friend and foe can go through it. However, it does go through the full wall, so that's going to be pretty cool. Now, here's my favorite part about Bard, his ultimate, called Tempered Fate. After a brief delay, Bard places all units in a target area, friend or foe, including champions, minions, monsters, and turrets, in stasis. Frozen units are immune to all damage until the effect wears off. This is probably my favorite part about Bard. Like, that's really cool. Like, to be able to do that to anything in the game. Here you'll see. This is gonna be great in game as well. He can stasis turrets. Like, that's epic. He can also stasis dragon, and I'm assuming Baron. And normally they don't get affected by CC, but since it's stasis, this is gonna be really cool in fights. So down here it talks about his gameplay, and it said Bard is League's first support to gain advantages solely from moving around Summoner's Rift. By constantly collecting his unique chimes, he covers plenty of ground at all stages of the game, and offers his team both solid sustain with his health packs and unrivaled team mobility with his long-range portals. Like, this is gonna be really cool, and I think Bard's gonna be played in LCS a lot due to his stasis ult and the mobility he has. And let's talk about his laning. So, even if he is a wandering spirit, Bard first has to identify the best windows of opportunity to roam before he runs off. He can't just abandon his marksman whenever he pleases. By making runs when his lane's pushed or when his marksman has recalled, Bard can successfully roam without placing his teammate in immediate danger, then return to his lane by the time he's needed. And while Bard roams around collecting his chimes, he has plenty of tools to support his allies. Sorry about that, by the way. Laying down a caretaker shrine or two near friendly turrets. Laying down a caretaker shrine or two near friendly turrets gives Bard's teammates the sustain to recover lanes that are losing, or to overwhelm ones that are winning, and all without the wandering caretaker staying in lane. Bard's magical journeys covers long distances in specific locations too, gifting friendly fighters and tanks quick access to the enemy's team's jungle, and mages easy access to their own blue buff. The portals needn't propel just Bard and his pals through the jungle, though. Coordinating them with allied movement means Bard can quickly move his damage-dealing allies into lane ganks and toward objective control. That said, magical journeys best used when his enemies are both seen and distant. They serve little use when enemy assassins simply follow Bard through the portal before claiming lives. Bard offers more than pure sustained mobility, though, and fires out solid poke whenever he's in lane, thanks to Cosmic Binding. Though it deals meaningful damage on its own, the slow and if procced stun give Bard surprisingly ganking potential, particularly when used in conjunction with Magical Journey. Enemies will have to think twice about escaping through the bottom and top lane brush when Bard can pin them to a nearby wall with a well-placed Q. Once Bard hits 6, he gains countless opportunities to secure and protect objectives across Summoner's Rift, thanks to the incredible versatility of Tempered Fate. If the enemy team's tower diving if the enemy's team's tower diving a stranded ally, casting the ability over them grants them a few precious seconds of invulnerability while Bard's team comes to the rescue. The ability uh, all has offensive uses too, like when freezing a lone enemy while Bard's team closes in for the kill, or freezing an enemy turret while Bard and his allies get to work on diving their suddenly unprotected targets. So that's pretty cool, and I see tons of potential in Bard. So let's talk about team fights. The Wandering Caretaker has plenty of ways to control areas of the map come mid-game. Even if a team arrives late to a dragon attempt, Bard can cast Tempered Fate over the dragon before creating a magical journey into the beast pit. Suddenly what seemed like a simple dragon kill turns into a contested dragon buff and a full-scale team fight. Here, Bard's role changes to backline utility support. By planting a few shrines around his team's objective, he gives his team an automatic sustain advantage, allowing his frontline tanks to temporarily pull back to top their health back up or squish your allies to recover if they get chunked down. Cosmic Binding becomes increasingly useful in tight areas too. Without large spaces to escape to, it's much more likely to tether against a nearby wall or second enemy, stunning both units while Bard's team secure valuable kills. Provided he's collected enough of the chimes though through the course of the game, even Bard's Meep offers solid utility, slowing and damaging fleeing enemies once the fight is over. Finally, Magical Journey offers Bard the chance to bring copious amounts of mischief to Summer's Rift. Baiting the enemy team into following him through a portal before stunning them with Cosmic Binding can bring about a quick and brutal ace and drag them out of position, letting Bard sacrifice himself as his team emerges elsewhere from the fog of war to tear the enemy's defenses apart. So, that's all really cool, and I'm super excited for Bard to come out. Probably going to be one of my favorite supports due to his ultimate. But let's also look at some synergies and uh, people that he struggles against. So here it says that he works well with Caitlyn due to her. Here, you can read it for yourself. But these are the three people that Riot says Bard would work with the best, and then Rek'Sai, Draven, Leona would be the counters to Bard due to aggressive jungling, the roaming ADC, or the CC from Leona. And so here are the champion insights by Rabid Llama, who I'm not sure if they designed it or they helped with it, but either way, here are the champion insights about Bard, and you can read that for yourself, as I've probably already read enough, and you're probably getting bored of my voice. So, besides that, really excited for Bard to come out, and looks very interesting. Tons of play and counterplay involved, and looks like he's going to be pretty competitive as well because of his ultimate and his roaming capabilities. So, the second he comes on the PB, I'll make sure to get footage and put it up on my channel. So, besides that, make sure you subscribe to keep updated with all the latest League stuff, and comment to say how I did, if you liked it or not, if what should I improve, and it means a lot. Anyways, Bard's pretty cool, and thank you for watching.